服用禁药，禁赛25场，保罗·乔治发生了什么 ？NBA 世界又怎么看？大家好，这里是 Telfair， 我们一起来挖掘真实、励志、有趣的篮球文化。你的点赞让我不停更新。今天凌晨 ，NBA 名记 Sharps 与 NBA Communications 同时发布，因为违反联盟的反禁药政策 ，NBA 已经对费城七六人队的保罗·乔治处以25场比赛的禁赛处罚。上赛季缺席了超过半数比赛的乔治，似乎刚刚找到身体的状态。就在几天前，乔治刚刚拿到赛季新高的32分，还在热身中做了360度风车扣篮。而禁赛25场意味着乔治需要确诊到3月底，这对于乔治以及七六人队的球迷来说，无疑是一记晴天霹雳。在被禁赛之后，有网友翻出了乔治的2025年2月的采访，在被问到有什么经验或建议能够帮助恩比德从多次重大伤病中回归时，乔治的回答是 ：Drugs help， 吃药有用。
Drugs help me。
在被宣布禁赛之后，保罗·乔治也通过 Shams 发布了声明，他是在追求心理治疗时误服了不当药物。在被禁赛之后，乔治的队友德拉蒙德以及朱利叶斯·兰德尔都在社交媒体上表达了对于乔治的支持。2020年8月的迪士尼园区，保罗·乔治第一次袒露了自己的心理健康问题。对阵独行侠的季后赛第一轮，从第2场到第4场，乔治连续3场比赛表现不佳。在第5场爆发18投12中得到35分之后，乔治承认了自己的心理健康问题。
Underestimated mental health, honestly. I had anxiety, a little bit of depression, just being locked in here, and I just wasn't there. I checked out, and it was, games 2, 3, 4. I wasn't there. I felt like I wasn't there.
Whatever it was, I mean, the bubble got the best of me. I was just in a dark place. I really wasn't here. I checked out. So these past couple games, it was just difficult.
Get the best of me 这个说法与当年德罗赞的说法一模一样。2018年全明星期间，德罗赞发布了这样一条推特，公开承认自己深受抑郁症困扰。This depression get the best of me。在德罗赞这次袒露心声之后 ，NBA 球员的心理健康问题更多的被人们注意到。2024年，乔治与德罗赞也在播客中一起聊过心理健康的问题。
People don't understand how hard it is when you are a leader of a team that whatever good happened in this game or bad is going to fall back on me.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta just eat it. I'm supposed to sit back and eat it. And
right.
A lot of that shit it weigh on you. It weigh on you because sometimes I want to feel normal.
同样接受过心理治疗德拉蒙德格林也对心理健康问题深有体会。
But then when Kyrie Irving say, "Oh, my mental health is off," everybody go crazy about that too. Do you not think that affects someone mentally? As much as we put into this game to be great, to come out here and be in shape, to produce for fans every single night, and most importantly, to help your team win. Do you think that doesn't affect someone mentally?
但是乔治的竞赛也有不同的声音。原 TNT 天团、现 ESPN 天团的大沙尤奥尼尔认为，既然 NBA 已经把规则写出来了，这种事情就是不该发生的。
No, stuff like this should not happen because they give you the booklet that said, don't take this, 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 and this, the letter of the law. Do not take any of these things. And when you've been in the league this long, you know what it is. They test you 3 to 4 times a year.
而肯尼·史密斯与查尔斯·巴克利则认为这很可疑。
I like Paul George, but if the NBA and DeMar DeRozan, who we love, and Kevin Love, they've been the two most outspoken advocates for mental health. But if you're taking some for mental health, even if it's on a list, you should get a hall pass.
对于七六人队主教练尼克纳斯来说，这非常不幸。
Well, I think there's been a lot of circumstances that have been really unfortunate, but I also feel like he's played pretty well this year. A couple injuries early this year to coming out of some stuff, so it's been unfortunate, but it's where we are.
乔治的竞赛打乱了尼克纳斯教练的排兵布阵，也打乱了七六人队在交易截止日之前的计划。但是与此同时，乔治的竞赛与罚款也为七六人之后节省奢侈税的操作争取到了空间。在乔治被禁赛之前，七六人队的总薪资已经超出奢侈税起征线713万，而阵容中还有 Dominic Barlow 和 Jabari Walker 的双向合同需要转正。根据劳资协议，球员被处罚的工资在计算奢侈税的时候仅仅算作一半，所以乔治因为禁赛而损失了1174万工资就被算作587万。在禁赛之后，七六人队的薪资总额就仅仅超过奢侈税起征线126万。在 NBA 名宿史蒂芬·纳什看来，这次禁赛对于七六人来说也可能是一种机遇。
In adversity, there's opportunity. So obviously this is an unfortunate situation. No one wants to see him miss time, especially under these terms. But there's an opportunity here for guys to step up, to get more cemented in their role, their comfort, for Joel to keep taking a leadership role with this team after a lot of absences. So this could end up, or they have to approach it as how can this end up being a positive? Because he does come back with 10 games left in the season. If he stays in shape, he's been playing really well. Maybe this is some rest. Maybe he can ramp up, get ready to go. Those last 10 games can serve him really well going into the playoffs. And they could be a team that we're all kind of very curious about. How far can they go in a wide open East?
七六人队会不会在2月交易截止之前做出什么动作？这个赛季他们最终能走到哪里？就让我们拭目以待吧。